Right here I'm picking up all this snow, just jumping off to the side because right in front of me here there's a little dip there and it fills it in right nice. It takes the sharp edges off. So I'm just gonna try and grab some of this snow here. I just dive out to the side and it'll pack it all the way to that hole. Drop it right there, right? You drop some more on this side. You can see how it filled it all in. That's the advantage of having a long groomer. I'm just gonna try and hug this corner here and steal all this snow and dump it off in there. You just gotta watch you don't grab onto something, right? You don't want to jolt the system too much. And that's what's important about having this hitch on the outside. It's V'd out. And then I always go to the outside. So if you hit a branch or a tree, it naturally wants to go around. If you hook it right in the middle and you get a tree hung up here, she'll knock the teeth out of you. Got another hole here. Never ran through here before, so see what it does here. Here's another hole coming up. Just a little dip. It'll fill that in. It'll dump right there, see? See how it just got rid of that snow and it filled that void right there. Just filled it right in. Works pretty good. Works pretty good. So I got the groomer propped up just to show you. This is my hitch here. These are all soft pucks. They're a pretty good cheap absorber. Use a spring or whatever. That's all 1-inch pipe. You can make it out of whatever you want, right? I just made it out of that 1-inch pipe since I had it. All these brackets are welded. You see another welded bracket here. And it's just to hold this wood in place. And the wood is just to keep the snow in. And here from the other side. Yeah, all welded, and then you can bolt your boards or plywood, whatever you want to put on there. See that bracket's there just to hold the wood. The blade here is actually welded right to the pipe at the bottom there. And then this piece over here, there's a piece of pipe actually on the bottom of that. That's a 2x4 for the center piece. This would be your gatherer, basically. That cuts your snow and brings your snow to the center. And then because there's that opening in here, like this here is, straight up and down. And on the bottom there's a piece of 1-inch that's welded to the frame. So whatever takes a big beating is out of steel, right? And then I got an upright support there and on here and there just to screw this 2x4 onto. And at the back, I got those other supports coming up for that backing. And another piece of pipe going across and up. So this one is upright, 90 degrees. And it'll carry the snow to the next hole. And if it has too much, it'll jump over. And then the back one will level it out. On the back, I put this bar just for grabbing it. If you get stuck or if you got to turn around. This thing is not very heavy. If you get into a pinch, a dead end, or you gotta turn around or you're whatever, you can just grab it and lift it. And so yeah, all 1-inch pipe. This here's gotta be 14 inches probably. And this is just two 1x4s. Gives you an idea anyway if you want to build one. Or I just made these uprights here if I want to back up with it. It's not a very good design for backing up. I'd like to make some improvements on here so I can back up with it, because it wants to dig in right away. And it's pretty long. It's not very heavy, but when she fills up with snow, she's a tough pull if you're in very deep snow. But if you make one pass with the snowmobile, just make one track like that. And well, there's two tracks there, but if you just make a track the night before or a couple days ahead of time, just to give it time to freeze, and then you'll run through that with the groomer like nothing, and then there's lots of snow to work with. Yep. I'm thinking of building a breakaway system here with a shear pin, just in case. The initial, first few snows, like there's not a lot of snow this winter, and so I gotta watch. But I got a different groomer that it basically is all angled, so it doesn't catch on anything. Anything that there is, it'll jump over, just to get the trail going. And once that's done, and you got a base, then you can go with this one. But with that being 1-inch pipe on the bottom, it's rounded on the bottom, right? So it doesn't have the tendency to grab like if that was an angle or flat bar or channel. This here is what grabs more. But I sloped it enough downwards that it rolls the snow. And that way when it does hit something, it kind of wants to jump over. So still got to pay attention.